Hello, good morning. It's your girl Sharita, the Behavior and Literacy Strategist, coming at you from the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute, where you can find solutions for both your child's behavior and literacy challenges. I just put this whole thing up myself, y'all, and sat down to get my breath. So that I get my breath. I'm so hard-headed, y'all, because Jasmine was supposed to help me put this together. But she's at school right now, and then by the time she get home, I start work. So by the time I finish working, then it's time for, it's dark by that time. So I will have to wait till the weekend, and I don't like waiting. So I just put this whole thing up and together myself. It don't take a lot, but this is a little mini greenhouse, y'all. Well, it's not so mini, but this is a greenhouse. You can see, I just need help with that top part. So I was in the middle of that, and I thought about y'all, so I wanted to sit down and talk to you about consequences, because if your child is having behavior issues, consequences are so important. And I'm going to tell you why, of course. I got your back. But a lot of times people skip over the consequences. Moms, a lot of times we skip over the consequences, or we get tired of giving the consequences, or we feel like the consequences are not going to work. Okay? So what does that lead to? It leads to our kids doing things they know they shouldn't be doing and getting away with it, which means they'll never stop. Okay? So consequences are indeed very important. And I want to give you 3 things to zero in on when you are thinking of a consequence. Now, consequences for your child is just as important as providing a meal for them. It is. Why? Because our kids and adults, we know that for every action, there's reaction. For every choice we make, there's a consequence, whether it be positive consequence or a negative consequence. If it's a negative behavior, negative consequence is supposed to go with that. It's supposed to. Welcome if you're just joining. When I was a mental health specialist, man, we worked on that a lot with the kids. We really did. And they got consequences immediately in the form of points in our program. So they knew what they were expected to do. They knew what the rules were that they were supposed to be following. They knew if they didn't do X, Y, and Z, then they would get these points or lose these points. They knew it. And but when you're a mom, it's not. Sometimes you are being mom. You are running the house. You are taking care of the kids. You are making sure they eat. You're making sure. And the consequence might slip away. It might, it might be something that you don't stay on top of, right? But we have to. And I'm gonna give you 3 things today that's gonna help you keep consequences consistent. Okay. Before we get into that, I just want to let you know that who I am. Like I said, Sharita. My name is Sharita. Sharita Morgan. I'm a behavior and literacy strategist, and I have a background as a mental health specialist and a special education teacher. And when I was a mental health specialist, we worked with kids, helping them, growing them really, and helping them improve their behavior. So behavior modification and working on their social skills, making good choices, following directions, and focus, right? All those things, right? So we had our kids, the kids that we work with were having difficulties with behavior, and it was affecting their lives, like their school lives, home lives, and it was affecting them so much they had to be referred to the partial hospitalization program. Okay, so I'm talking huge behavior problems. But I noticed when I was a mental health specialist and we were working with the kids, we was helping them with their homework, that most of them, if not all of them, had struggles with reading, had struggles with writing, and had struggles with spelling, and so much so that they needed us to stand right next to them and help them, and they would fall apart. So they could have a really good day the day before, really good good points yesterday, but now they have to do their homework with us, and they just lose everything. They just, well, for that period. they may start a fight, they may kick the chair, they yell, try to walk out the room, all that stuff to avoid doing their homework. And I was thinking, you know, and I was in my 20s at the time, I was thinking this, that we're only solving half the problem. And also because of the fact that they were having a lot of problems in school as well, a lot of problems in the classroom. I saw a link between behavior challenges and illiteracy. The way that they would fall apart and all their avoidance behaviors, that they had learned how to control, have self-control, self-discipline, follow directions. But when it was time for them to sit down and do their work, everything fell apart. So I wanted to be in the classroom. Besides that, my daughter, who's 14 years old now, Jazzy Jazz, she was when I was a new mom, and I wanted to go into a profession where I could spend more time with her. And as mental health specialist, it wasn't that much time. So I ended up teaching in the classroom, but I was a substitute teacher at first before I got certified. And I was in a permanent classroom, special education classroom, y'all, with kids with behavior disorders and challenges. And I decided to implement a behavior modification system in the classroom. So I was teaching them, and I was doing lessons, and I was working with them. Every problem that came out, every behavior, I was on top of them, and I was teaching them and growing them, as well as teaching them academically. And you know what happened? They did learn self-control and self-discipline. Their behavior improved, but also their academics improved. Now they were starting to be able to read on grade level, and pass their spelling tests and ace their spelling tests, and be excited about their moms meeting me and all that other stuff, because we took care of both at the same time. So that's what I do in my tutoring coaching program, and that's what I want y'all to focus in on. If you have a child that have behavior problems and they're reading below grade level, they're connected. So take care of both at the same time. Now, 3 things that you need to think about when you're doing these consequences. First of all, they shouldn't do something that they shouldn't do and get away with it. Like, first off, before I even start these 3, from now on, if your child breaks a rule, and you should have rules, they should understand what your expectations are. If your child breaks a rule, or if your child get a bad report from school, or if your child didn't do their homework, or didn't do clean their room as you told them, or their chores aren't done on time, or whatever it is, instead of you taking all the responsibility and hollering all the time and trying to get them to do it all the time, every time they don't listen, instead, have a consequence in place for that and walk away. So they could be face to face with their consequence. They made the choice, they have to suffer the consequence, okay? Number 1, your consequence needs to be customized, okay? So everything, look, being a mom is a very customized experience, period. It's supposed to be customized. You cannot pay attention to what everybody else say you should do as a parent, and the new way to parent nowadays, and what you read off of the internet, okay, or even me. And I'm gonna give you general stuff right here. You know what I'm saying? You have something called mom intuition. You know your child the best, and your child knows you the best. Your child knows just what to do to get you to the point where you hollering, get you to the point where you back down and let them get away with whatever they, didn't listen, whatever rule they broke. You know what I mean? You take the game away, the phone away. They know about when they can get it back, or what they need to do, so you can just be like, all right, fine, here. They know you, okay? So it's a customized process between you and your child. So you need to connect with your child. Like, I know you, and my mom, she said this all the time. I knew you before you knew yourself, okay? And get that power back, moms, and just understand that. And when you do a consequence, it has to be something that you feel is appropriate for the situation, appropriate for your child's growth, okay? Something they need. They need this, okay? And you know that better than anyone. So number 1, it has to be customized, okay? Number 2, it has to be a growth process. It has to be something that your child has to do with their hands. They have to rebuild. They have to be working. I find that this is the best way to improve behavior, because when children are working, they're active, their mind is not focused on fighting or getting you to back down, or getting you to give them something or whatever. They're being responsible in the moment. They are actually working. Okay? So, for example, if you told your child to have the kitchen clean by the time you come home, and they was in there playing the game, a lot of times you would think, I'm gonna just take the game, right? But what you want to do, if you want to take the game, you also want them to clean the kitchen. You also want to find something else for them to clean. You also want to find something else for them to clean. You want to be inspecting it. You want to tell them exactly how you want it done. You want them to check before they come and tell you it's finished, to make sure that it meets your expectations. You want them to be growing and thinking and thinking and thinking. You want that kitchen cleaned the way you want it. You want whatever else you told them to clean, you want that done. Okay? And you can add something else, but whatever you tell them to do, it should be something where they start thinking, I should have cleaned the kitchen. If I cleaned the kitchen on time, I wouldn't be doing all this. Okay, number one, they should be thinking that. Number two, they should be thinking, how do I make this, whatever task it is, the kitchen, whatever task it is, really good, do it really, really well, be excellent, so that mom approves. And then when you approve, they're going to be happy. You know what I mean? Even if they're fighting, they're going to go through that phase where they focus on it and they still want your approval. Okay? And so it needs to be something that they grow, they think. And then next time, that's what I'm trying to get to now. Next time, when you leave the house and you say that the kitchen better be cleaned, they're not just sitting there like, yeah, I want to play the game. They thinking, last time I didn't clean the kitchen, I had to do this, and this. You know what I mean? Or before, they may even have it done before you even leave now, because they want to get it out the way and they want your approval. Do you understand? So it has to be a growth process. It has to make them think. They have to move. They have to focus on being better. They have to focus on being excellent. Okay? And it has to be something where they're growing to your standard and growing to your approval. Okay? And the last thing, okay, this is so important. Moms, I'm hollering at y'all right now for this, because this is so important. Your consequence that you put in place needs to be difficult. Like, it can't be something easy for them, but it needs to be easy for you. You need to have that junk on, set it and forget it. And it has to be automatic. And they have to know that if I don't do this, this is what I'm going to get. So you have to do the least amount of talking as possible. You don't have to work hard to set it up. You don't have to work hard to stay behind them. It's something that you can keep consistent. And you could, after a while, you could just be like, oh, you didn't do this? All right, you know what it is. And you walk out the room. Like, you know what I mean? And then when that happens, they get to be face to face with whatever choice they made. And like, man, that wasn't, and even my daughter be like, that was stupid. You know what I mean? But she say it herself. You know what I mean? They have to be face to face with whatever consequence, whatever choice they made, and they would think, I shouldn't have done that. If we always say it for them, we're taking responsibility for it, and then they don't take it seriously. Okay? But when they say it themselves, then they're growing. When they're thinking about their choices themselves, they're growing. If you have them write about it, man, I've been doing that for years. Oh my gosh, those are their words. Okay? You have them write about it and write about what they should have done and what they'll do next time, and write about the choice. They're going through a growth process. They're thinking this through. A lot of times choices are made abruptly and impulsively, right? But if we want our children to stop being impulsive and just making the wrong choice, and then thinking it's not a big deal, then we need to have them grow in their thinking, and also we need them to be moving. It has to be a customized consequence that you know they need. They need more this. Okay, our children are different. You know what I mean? So your child may need more self-discipline. Your consequence needs to be for self-discipline. Your child may be pretty self-disciplined in the house, listening in the house, but they don't do their work in school. Then your child needs to practice sitting there behind down and doing their work. You know what I mean? Doing work for you and making it beautiful, making it meet your approval. Okay? So our children are all different. It has to be customized. But man, make it easy. Make it easy so you don't have to worry about it. And then they come into you to let you know they're finished, but they check before to make sure it was good. And when you're ready, they have to wait for you. When you're ready, then you go and check to see if it meets your approval. You know what I mean? Okay? So I just want to let y'all know that, because look, if we don't give our children consequences and master these consequences at home, you know, these are three. Of course, there's more stuff to it, but these are three keys that I think will really help. And if we don't do this at home, they have to do it at school. And if they have to do it at school, then they'll have to do it outside of school. We don't want that for our children. Okay? We're taking our place as moms. We are working from home to grow our children, improve their behavior, focus, literacy, whatever your child needs. We're doing it from home. We make so much impact, and a lot of times we don't realize that because of what the outside noise on the outside world. It really is not, you know, customized to your child. It's just people talking. Okay? So tap into your mother intuition. Go somewhere by yourself. Like right now, it's like I'm in a whole new world and I'm just sitting inside this plastic greenhouse. It's like I'm in a whole new world, y'all. Okay? You got my house right there, and I'm just sitting inside this plastic greenhouse, and I've been just feeling it. It's just been you and me this whole time, talking and chit-chatting and chilling, right? But I'm in here by myself. Sometimes you need that as moms, to be in a place, a space by yourself and think. And just understand that you know your child the best. You and your child have a connection that nobody else has. Okay, that you are their foundation, you are their power source. So you believe in yourself, okay? And do not stop consequences because your child is pushing back. That's another tip. That's a bonus tip, because they're gonna push back. They're gonna push back. They're gonna cause problems. They're gonna try everything because they're used to you doing it. They're used to you giving in. They're used to you giving up. They're used to you letting them slide. They're gonna look at you like you're so unfair. All that nonsense, right? Do not let go of the consequences, because they need them. They need them like they need food. If you feed your baby good, you make sure your baby have clothes, you know what I mean? Then your baby just as much, they need structure. They need guidance. Our children need structure and guidance. They don't need to be going to bed whenever they feel like it. They don't need to be doing their work or not doing their work, you know what I mean, if they feel like it. They don't need to clean up and do chores that you say they should do, they need to do if they feel like it. That's no guidance and that's no structure. We want our children to be successful in the outside world. We need to love them with discipline so that they can develop self-discipline. Okay? Then they don't need the beautiful thing is when they're doing it and nobody told them to do it. Like yesterday, Jasmine's downstairs cleaning up the downstairs bathroom, and then she came up with the laundry that was left in the dryer and put another load in. I didn't tell her to do that. She see it, she know it gotta get done, she did it. And then the other night, I finished working. I sit down on the couch, which is customary, because after I finish working with my students, oh, I love it, but I gotta transition, you know what I mean, back to mama. Okay, so I'm sitting on the couch and then and chilling out for a little bit, and I'm like, Maya, get your snack ready for tomorrow. And then Jazzy said, already done. We did that already. And I was like, oh, okay, because I told Maya to do it by herself. She must do it. Plus, she must write her name on a paper bag and then put her snack in there, because she needed practice. See, you know what your child needs. Her Y was backwards. Now it's not backwards anymore. She knows how to write it. So that was something I implemented that's easy, and it just runs by itself. You want your consequences to do that too. You want your behavior modification system to run by itself, okay? And then I said, okay, good. All right, get your clothes out for tomorrow, Maya. She's like, already did it. It's already done. I was somewhere else. They know it gotta get done. They did it. And of course, we as moms, we telling them, you know what I mean? Or saying, did you do this? You got your stuff ready, right? And we want them to be like, already done. We want them to come to us and show us that they already did it. That's what we want. When our children get older and they get out on their own, we want them to be able to be self-sufficient. We want them to be able to go shopping for themselves and keep their own house clean and do their own laundry and get a job and do excellent at that job and solve their problems and stuff, because we'll always be there for them. But we want them to be able to think through these things and make good choices. So if your child is not making good choices right now, get on it so they can have a better life right now. You can have a better life, and also for the future. They need consequences. They need them. And they grow so much once they go through the consequence, and they get better. When they stop a behavior and you replace it with something else, they get better. They feel better. Now they focus on other things instead of fighting and acting up. They need it, y'all. They need it like they need food. Okay? All right, I love y'all. I love y'all kids. I want all your children to be walking around here feeling like champions. I want them to be feeling successful. Okay? I want them to feel good about themselves. And in order to do that, they definitely need structure. So that's why I'm talking to you about this, okay? All right? All right? We are going to the top. We have a lot of great things going. I'm waiting for I told y'all one of my students already was inducted into the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute Hall of Fame. His name is Mason Bryant. And in order to be inducted to Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute Hall of Fame, he had to improve dramatically in my program. Like, all my students have action plans, and I tell them you want M's across your action plan. M is for mastery, P is for progressing, okay? So they have behavior and literacy action plans, and he has so many M's, you know what I mean? He's got like 2 things left. He could graduate very soon. His mom wanted to keep him for a little bit longer. She wanted me to teach him reading comprehension, to get better at reading comprehension, and also to write a 5-paragraph essay. And he's only in the 3rd grade, and we doing it, okay? So he just was inducted to the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute Hall of Fame, and the cherry on top was when he made the honor roll, okay? He made the honor roll and everything 80 and above, okay? So that was the cherry on top, and that's how he got his induction, plus everything that he already accomplished with me. Got promoted from beginners group to advanced group. He's doing his thing in the advanced group, and then he made honor roll. Listen, Miss Rita loves excellence, okay? So he got inducted, and then my next student, I'm waiting to get a copy of her report card. She said she made the honor roll as well. She's an excellent student, one of my other top students, okay? Who improved so much. She's excellent, okay? So I'm waiting to get a copy of her report card so that she can get inducted into the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute Hall of Fame. I'll have some things coming for my first student, and I'll let y'all know. I'm gonna do a live and show y'all what he got for being the first student. This program's been here for 2 years, and he's the first student to be inducted into the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute Hall of Fame. And there will be more, like I just told you, okay? We going to the top, y'all. We going to the top, okay? I'm so excited. I love what I'm doing here. Hello, Jaquia. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Hashtag replay on this, sis. So I just finished up basically 3 things to make sure you do when you are giving consequences for your children, so that your children grow and it's easy, and we don't give up or give in because it's getting hard or it look like it's not working. All right, so hashtag replay on that. All right, so I'm gonna head out of here. I hope you're having a good day. Jaquia, hi girl. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am. Like I told everybody, I'm sitting, it says green in the backyard. This is my little greenhouse I put up. I got it from Amazon. That I am, and I did it myself because I wait for my daughter. I want to wait for my daughter to get home and for tomorrow, so I had to sit my behind down. I did it myself, girl. I did it myself. So I'm gonna finish up here, and then I'm gonna get my plants and start putting them in here So we have a lot of greens still that love the cold weather, but when it gets really cold, they're going to still be kicking, all right? And bring them right in the kitchen and do what we got to do, all right? Jaquia says, thank you. You as well. Your title caught my attention. Mom of 2 boys. Oh, girl. Wish you was here a little earlier so we could talk about it together. But there's definitely some nuggets in here for you, for your boys. I'm the oldest of 7 children. I have 5 brothers, so I know. Okay? I know, all right? So definitely hashtag replay on this. If you have any questions, you can send me a message too. All right? All right, I love y'all. I'm about to head out of here. All right? For more information on my tutoring and coaching program, it's called Unlimited Growth, because growth is unlimited. If anything your child's doing right now that's not serving them and helping them grow, is temporary. Okay? See that? Big bold letters across in front of your eyes. Temporary. Okay? That's not who they are. That's not what they're going to be doing for the rest of their lives. That's what's happening right now. Okay? Growth is unlimited. And when you start your growth journey, be it behavior or academic success, there's no way of knowing how far or how amazing this journey is going to be. I get amazed every day by my kids and my students, okay? Because we didn't write that, okay? So it's unlimited, okay? So believe in yourself, believe in your child, and always remember that growth is unlimited. You can holler at me on go to my website, growthinstitute.mykajabi.com. I need to update it for the new achievements, because I have a lot of new achievements from my students, latest achievements I need to put on there, okay? But you can go there and get some information. You can also book a free consultation, and you can also send me a direct message and book a free consultation for there. Enjoy yourselves. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Love y'all. Girl, I watched the replay. Yes. Yes, sis. All right, Jaquia. Have a wonderful day. And I'll talk to y'all soon, okay? Peace.